Hello, good evening, everybody from coast to coast and around the world. Hello, hello, Chris. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Mary. How are
Hello.
you doing?
Doing wonderful.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Mary. Hello, other Chris. That's me.
Hello, Maria. Hello, everybody that's watching from coast to coast around the world. And if you're sitting on your couch watching, come on in. Like us, subscribe. Welcome to Kelly Joe's show. And if you're not, hello, Chris. Nice to see you there, girl. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure and like and subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps us out. Kelly, so how have you been?
Good. Keeping busy.
How's the weather been affecting you?
Burr, cold. It was below freezing all this week. So got to have the heat on low at night so pipes don't freeze. Burr.
Really? Kelly, we've got, I don't know how many inches of ice up here. You know, yeah, right. So, what about you, Chris?
Oh, it's so cold here. It's. I don't know how to describe it other than cold. COLD, cold.
So cold he's turning blue.
I know, right? I had to call Mary. I'm like, come outside. She's like, what? I'm like, get in the car while I push. She's like, no, I push, you drive. And next thing you know, after about 5 or 6 times, maybe 8, she takes off, and I'm looking up at the sky, and man, that ice sure was cold. I can tell you that much.
Burr, burr.
I told him I didn't want him to do it. I would have pushed because I didn't want him to slip or anything. And boy, I mean, it was hard getting it. It took us almost 10 minutes or something to try and go back
Yeah.
and forth getting it over that.
Yeah, because the ice, the car sunk in the tires, and it was awful. Hello, Judy. Welcome to the show. Nice to
Kitty,
see you there, darling.
kitty
Yeah.
litter helps with grip. I grew
Yeah.
up in Michigan, so we'd keep the old clay kitty litter in
I
a
don't have.
bag. I know, but you keep it in the car for grip.
Yes, that is correct. Hello, Roger. Welcome to the show, Roger. Nice to see you there, brother, from a different mother. So nice to have you there tonight. So tonight, Kelly was wanting to discuss a different topic. And what was that topic?
Intention.
Intention. Now, I can always say Grizzly always has great intentions, but you know how that always goes. Ain't that right, Chris? He knew I was getting ready to call on him. Look, he's getting his jacket all ready. And what do you think, Chris?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I love the topic, and it'll be great. It'll be a great show. So everybody, please pay attention. We got a lot to discuss.
He sounded like my old high school teacher. Pay attention. All right, Kelly, start us off.
Yes, with intention, it's you think it, you feel it, you know it. And there isn't any doubt. So you put your intent out there, and the energies collect it and it manifests it. It's like where intention is, energy follows. Just like when you want to manifest a job, you write down exactly what you want, and you put it on a piece of paper, and you put it out to the universe. And another thing, oh yeah, since it's New Year's, well, it's the end of January, but you do your intention for the year, and you write down exactly what you want to manifest for that year, and you put it under a candle, and you keep it under the candle, and it helps it manifest quicker. So everybody should do that. And another thing, you can write down what you want to get rid of and put it in a bowl where you won't burn your hand. You burn the paper of what you want to get rid of, and you do it outside.
Yeah, that is correct. And it's very interesting because, years ago, I would laugh at people when they talk about intentions, intention boards. But the more that I look over the years, there are people that swear by it, that say, yeah, I couldn't afford the car. I manifested. I manifested the job. I manifested this. I manifested that. And I would look at them, Kelly, Mary, Chris, and I'd be like, yeah, right. Shut the front door, right? And I'd be like, whatever. And then they would show me their manifestation board from the previous year and the year before. And they would show me what they would manifest, right? What their goals were and how they would do it. And they would track their progress. And then it would make me look and think. And I'd be like, wow. And for example, it's like, wow, I really wish I could have that, right? And you think about that long enough and hard enough, what happens? You manifest that, you put that into existence. And it's interesting because the more and more you think about that, and you get other people, Mary, Kelly, and Chris, and we think about that. Hello, Alfonso. And we think about that, and we get a conscious group of people. Is there validity in that, Kelly?
Totally.
Where more than one person can help manifest that as a group.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Just like when there's like negativity anywhere, you send light to it, it disperses it. So where you put light, there can't be shadows.
Sorry, we're trying to mess with the lighting. It's washing me out and it's making me
Okay.
fake. There we go. But no, absolutely. Hey, Nikki and Tim, welcome to the show. Nice to see you there. Hey, yeah, welcome there, Tim Wilt. Nice to see you there. But no, and that is now Nikki can contest to this. She is from UK, and she's probably eating some crumpets right now. It's a tea and biscuits, but wonderful girl. But manifestation does work. Put underneath your pillows, the candles. What's that paper that we used to have?
Intention paper.
Intention paper. That stuff really does work. Mary, what do you think about what Kelly's topic is?
Well, I think manifestation not only is a vibration and a heartfelt, it's also like when you're talking about with um, the like minded mindset. And so I like to always reference back again to the biblical where two, three or more pray to God. And so I always envision it as a prayer that's going up. And so when you get in the right heart space, and then that heart space and that vibration, it's like whether it's negative or it's positive, it's going to ripple out. So I know for a fact, because I have been shown and the Lord opens my spiritual eye, we are all energy everywhere. And so each person is this energetic being, even though we see our physical body that we see with our physical eyes. When you start seeing into the spiritual realm, you can actually see that people are made of nothing but energy and energy patterns.
Oh.
And so it's where we talk about the aura and how they mesh. So when that energy pattern matches, guess what? It's going to come into fruition. And so manifestation is very, very, it does work. I like to do it by prayer and then allow stuff to happen. But it however you want to call it, source, God, that vibrational energy, it does work. And when you get like-minded people on the same vibration, on the same wavelength, guess what? Miracles happen and it does manifest.
I knew we had somebody there from UK, but no, Nikki, you're right. You're from Australia. Shame on me. But no, you're right, Chris. What is your take?
Yeah, 100%. There's so many ways you can manifest things into reality. You can even one thing that I was trained to do is to visualize it in your mind and say it that it is happening. It is going to happen. It will happen, or it has happened. And say that and believe that. Really, truly believe that in your heart. And make that a part of your everyday vocabulary. It is. It's going to. It has. Don't ever say it won't, it can't, it ain't, because you're pulling yourself back. But walk it as if it is, and make that reality. Make that become a part of your day to day life, and then it will become a reality. The more you outlive it or live it out.
Well, you know what? We are taught this at an early age. And if you don't believe, think of this. I think I can. 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 Remember the little
Little engine that could.
yeah, that is correct. And that's what it is. Tim, I'm going to come back to your question right there, okay? So but we are. Hey Joey, but think about it. We are conditioned at an early age about that. And if you think positive, you get positive results. And I'm gonna throw my love underneath the bus, but I get on her all the time, and I get on people all the time. Quit thinking negative thoughts. Think positive. I know certain people when they analyze things, they always want to, oh, okay, all right, this is the possibilities. This can go wrong. This can go wrong. I understand, but think positive. When you go to gamble, you're not going to go there and go, well, I'm going to go there and I'm going to lose $1,000. That's not your intentions, is it? No, it's not your intentions is to win, to become a millionaire, to make those bells and whistles go off. Look at Chris. Get up and down, Chris. Jump with the excitement. You're getting ready to get that biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So, right, Judy. Positive attitude overcomes negativity. That is absolutely right. And people don't understand that. And that is the reality of life. And Kelly picked a good topic. And what else can you elaborate that on, Kelly?
Another neat exercise that you can do is write where you see yourself 5 years from now into the future.
Oh, yes.
And be as creative and specific as you can. Like say you want a new house and to be married and have a husband and all that, So be as specific as you can for that. Or a new job. How much money you want to make, bonuses, insurance, where you want to live, all of that, and write it down. And a lot of times it happens. Same with manifestation boards. Do an image of what you want to manifest, like say you want to go to Alaska, put Alaska trip on your board. Say you want a new car, put the kind of car you want on the board. You want to make more money, put money on the board. All of the above, and it'll manifest.
You're right. Hey, guys, have you ever been over people's houses? Look at their fridge. You'll see pictures on their fridge of cars, vacations. You know what that is?
Manifestation board.
Manifestations. That is correct. It dawned on me one day when I was over at an officer's house, and I asked him, I said, why is it every year you got a different scene of something? He says, that's where I want to go on vacation. And I looked at him funny, and I'm like, well, how in the hell can you afford that? That's what I'm thinking. He was like, we manifested. If you don't know what that is, don't ask. You got to look into it. And I'm like, I know what that is. And I'm like, that's crazy because I know it works. And it's true. Anybody else want to add to it?
I can, and it's attesting to me and you.
Go ahead.
So, like before Grizzly and I actually got together, and right before, it was really strange. Like, even though I had had dreams and had stuff that happened and seen him before we ever met, right before we met, and we met on a dating app. It wasn't on here or anything, but
It was a Christian dating
it was
app.
a Christian dating app. And it was really weird because my youngest son had come up, and I have my YouTube channel. And so he asked me randomly, Mom, what's a Bigfoot? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to explain it to him. And I was like, here, let me go out to YouTube and see if I can find something. And so I find these episodes about Bigfoot and these researchers and this bald guy with glasses talking about it. We watched it for a few and some of the footage, and then, yeah, those. And I showed it to him, and then we, left it and went on. And a few days later, and then he had said something about he wanted to pray about the YouTube channel, for my YouTube channel. And I was like, okay, so let's pray together. And we prayed together. Me and my son did. And I put into prayer that the YouTube channel would start coming into fruition and stuff like that. And I also threw in my little spin in the prayer. And I asked God, I said, why don't you give me a good guy that I'd have a good relationship with, and likes to go outdoors and is into supernatural and spiritual stuff, loves the camp. I mean, I was going through a list, and then I was like, it'd be really great if he knew stuff about YouTube.
I mean,
to help me with my YouTube
it sounded like, weird science.
And then like 3 days later, we meet on the app and we start talking, and then we start piecing this stuff back together. And we end up finding out at the exact same moment when me and Eddie were doing that in that prayer, Curtis's ex-wife, Tammy, was telling him to pray for a wife. So you not only had me and Eddie praying, him and Tammy and Curtis were praying all at the same time, even though we hadn't met. And then he starts talking to me, and we're chatting, and I'm looking, and he starts telling me he's on YouTube. And I'm like, really? Send me the link. I have a YouTube channel when we first started talking. Crazy. And I was like, that's awesome. I love that you do that. That's really cool. And he sends it to me. And then I go and I start watching his podcast. And I was like, whoa, wait, that's the same guy from the Bigfoot thing when I looked it up with Eddie. What? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Manifestation.
It is. I mean,
seriously. It happened within a week and a half.
Yeah.
Praying that.
It was on the same day, the same time. I mean, it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But when I'm saying, hey, Tracy, now this is crazy. I have been, Tracy, I know this is going to sound crazy from a brother from another mother. I've been thinking about you. And Tracy's like, oh my God, Grizzly, quit it. I have. We got a country music singer. Yes, in our audience. Check him out, man. Tracy Inman. I'm not joking. Very famous VIP, yeah. So that just blows my mind. Tracy's in here. But here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. I know it sounds far-fetched of manifestation. Google it, research it, ask people about it. You don't have to tell anybody that you're trying it, right? Tracy, I'll get a hold of you this week, man. I miss you, man. And write it down. I tell you what, Kelly, what are some of the ways that you like to manifest? Let's go around the room.
Well, I write it down. And I write down what I want to manifest for the year, and I put it under a candle, and I'm real specific. And then the beginning of the year, I've told Chris this, if you want for the new year, always write yourself a check from the universe.
Oh, that's interesting.
For that year.
That's a really good idea.
And then sign it, the universe.
That's interesting. All right, Chris.
So what I do is, in order to manifest, of course, I also pray and even do meditation. But one of the specific things I do is I say it out loud. It's going to happen. It will happen. I will achieve this, or I will do this. And I don't just say it. I mean, I from inside, I physically, literally mean it. It's going to happen. It will come true. And I say it out loud because not only am I convincing the universe, I'm convincing myself, and I make it a part of my everyday life. I even envision that it's already there, that here's how it's happening. Or I envision the fact that I got it already, or I'm already here. I am doing it right now. I make it so real that it becomes real. And I never say possibly or maybe. I say will.
Okay, Mary.
So my ways of manifesting or prayer, I believe it or not, um, I have done the writing or the intention and journaling or pictures and stuff. But what I always find the most effective was going out in nature and sitting quietly and going into your internal heart space of where you want to gear towards, and then sending that up and being around a bonfire. So again, like fire is a very, very hardcore. So like I would do a lot of it around a bonfire or candle if I was inside, stuff like that. I've done the writing. That stuff works. I'm not discrediting it. Some people like to write. Some people are more feelers, more energy. I'm more of the energy feeler, so I like to do that.
I can't believe I'm getting ready to talk about this. So, what I like to do, ladies and gentlemen, I like to do several different things. Uh, I can't believe you're all going to laugh. And Mary's probably going to go, "Are you serious?" So, I do pray. Okay, I do
Yes.
pray. I do pray to God, and okay, I got you there, and I got you, Mark. I do a lot of praying. I try to meditate. I have problems meditating because my mind's always jumbled. And when somebody enters the room, I pick up on their energy or I hear their thoughts. And her kids get so damn pissed at me because on certain kids, I'll get specific when it comes to their thoughts. And they're like, but anyways,
It's true. It really
yeah,
is.
it is. It's crazy.
What we need to do is a live reaction or something of their faces when he does that, because it's
Oh,
hilarious. Their eyes get so big.
yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
how does he know that? It's
And
funny.
I do write it down, but I write it down in code to where if somebody finds it, they have no idea, right? And Mary kind of knows some of the code how I write. If it's numbers or anything like that, you won't know what the numbers represent or whatever. It's pretty interesting. Uh, and then if it's something I want or not, let me back up. If it's something that I need in a hurry, don't laugh. I'll write it down and I'll pray and I'll slip it in the washing machine.
Is that why papers have been in there? Oh, okay. Explain that. I've washed and found stuff and couldn't figure out what it was. I never asked.
Poor
I
Kelly.
hate
Kelly's like, what in the hell, Grizzly, are you doing?
I hate to ask this, but why the
Kelly's like, that's half ass backwards.
I hate to ask this, but why the washing machine?
So, what does a washing machine represent?
Cleansing.
So, I released it
Gotcha.
all to God and I need it cleansed and it's in a hurry. Please forgive me. I'm asking for it now. So, you know what? Usually it works. Don't ask me why or how. And ladies and gentlemen, when I talk to people about manifestation, and you heard everybody does something different, try somebody's technique. And if you're all watching and listening, what do you all do? Uh, I know somebody said, Michelle said, I helped manifest my dog back in May. Love it. Tim says, manifested by asking God, seeing it, feeling it. And for some reason, Tim, I got meatloaf, not food, meatloaf, the singer in my head. I don't know what that represents with you, but yes. And I do have you down, so we will circle back for you. But if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, everybody on the panel has done something different or does something different. Uh, and I tell you, it works. And what I was getting ready to say is don't do not get discouraged if it doesn't happen when you think it should happen, right, guys?
Yep, it's in God's time.
Right.
Yes. Thank you. And you got to have patience. Chris says, can you read that, Mary?
Says, yes, heard, keep manifestations to yourself so no one can negatively intercept them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's an important thing too. Sometimes people intercept themselves
Yep.
and they end up self-sabotaging. And so, you know, like when we do these readings and some of the health cards and stuff that we pull, that's the reason why we do this, is to help you know what to pray about to get rid of so you can get to where you need.
Yeah. It's interesting. And I pulled up Tim's comment. And I know some about Tim. And Tim says, I'm not religious. But the collection at the energy listens. And the thing is that I have counseled, helped all walks of fashions of life, all walks of fashions of religion. And I think Mary has seen the different types of prayer books for different types of religions. In our network and our channel, we welcome all walks of faith. We shun nobody. And that's why we say God, source, faith, light, energy, whatever, whoever you all seek to, you're welcome here. So, yeah. What else, Kelly?
And say thank you and be grateful.
Oh, yes.
You know, don't forget to say thank you, because gratefulness will get you everywhere.
I think I learned a lesson the hard way. And I think it was when I was younger. You know how you wanted something and you got it, and you don't know how you got it, and you're like,
Oh,
what the hell? And you didn't appreciate it, and it just got like taken away. And I think it wasn't because I didn't say thank you, right? Oh, okay. I don't have my glasses on. Thanks, Tim. And somebody else said the same thing, Kelly. Just make sure and say thank you.
Well, what happens energetically when you do that is you're literally pushing it away. It's the exact opposite. Instead of receiving, you're trying to block it. And so that blessing gets, okay, you're not ready. So we're going to just pull it away right now, maybe later. That's kind of how it works. And so that's why. And so the gratefulness and giving that vibration of thankfulness and gratefulness is what allows you to keep receiving.
I agree with that.
Absolutely. And it's fun. It's like sometimes you'll say, oh, I'm hungry for blah, 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 just out into the blue, like, and then somebody will bring you a plate of that, you know, like, I'm hungry for spaghetti. And
Oh
then
my
they
gosh.
I do
will
that.
bring you a plate of spaghetti. Or, oh, I wish I had the other day I said, I wish I had a new coffee pot. And a girlfriend sent me a coffee pot out of
I
the
do
blue.
him
Yes.
the Chinese food or certain foods, and he'll be like, "Man, I was just thinking about that."
Yes. It's wild because I will think, oh, I would like to have that this week, whether it's dinner or something. And it's weird because Mary and I will do that to each other, just what Kelly says. Chris, have you experienced any of that?
oh, numerous times, especially when you're thinking about a specific food or maybe a specific place you want to go, and then lo and behold, it pops in there like, oh, a couple years ago there was one in particular. I really kept thinking I need to get to Best Buy for something. I need to go there, and before I could even utter the words, somebody else says, "Yeah, I need to go to Best Buy. Can we run up there real quick?" It just happens. But food,
No,
I
absolutely.
love it. I love it when food happens, because then it's like, okay.
I know, it's like, oh, yum, yippee, you know, it's like out of the blue. It's like I had one of my clients send me. I said I wanted to try one of that new coffee, Lavazza or La.
Latte?
It's a Lavazza or I'm massacring it, but it's a new Italian coffee.
I
And
don't know, but I've seen people take their uncles to the coffee shop at the drive-through and ask them to order a latte, moco, toco, laca, poco, poco, and that is hilarious when they go to order that.
but she sent me that, and I got to try it, and it was delicious. It was such a nice surprise.
Tim says vibration of thought, just as to move or talk in heaven, it is a thought. It is
Yes.
thought. Yes.
And my best friend Rachel,
Go ahead, Chris.
and my best friend in the whole world, Rachel, would also like a reading sometime tonight too. No rush.
Yeah, what's her title in here?
I don't think she's in the chat.
Okay, so just remind me, and we'll do Rachel. We'll do her third down. How's that?
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, so there she is.
She's here.
Beatles. Love me do. I love me do. Yes, Maria, we see you. Yeah, I'm a big Beatles fan. Okay, and let's see here. There was a question, Kelly, for you.
Okay.
And Kelly, Joe, when will I move back into my house after repairs, please? Thank you.
There's a delay around the repairs, and I'm getting you'll be in there solidly in July because they're showing me fireworks.
I love it. You know, Kelly, I learned so much from you because when you talk and you tell people what you see, it's wild because when I do people's readings, I'll be like, hey, what does this represent to you? And they're like, I don't know. But I'm like, think about it. Like fireworks, right? Celebration, 4th of July, time of the month, time of the year. So, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, good. Now, Deke, Deke, ladies and gentlemen, was not able to get a reading from last week. So, yeah. Who wants to start on this one? Go ahead, Chris.
We all live in a yellow submarine. It's wrong reading. Okay.
Hey, let me tell you a story about that. We was at a redneck bar in Louisville. And my buddy was running karaoke, and I put Yellow Submarine on. And everybody in that bar turned around and looked at me. Hey, they joined.
There isn't anybody that don't know Yellow Submarine.
So let me tell you something. I thought I was going to die first. I was crazy when I was younger. Okay, I just want to make sure she was laughing. I was afraid to look. I didn't know if my face was going to melt. So, all right, Deke, go ahead, Chris.
All right. So I moved out of the submarine. No, but what I'm seeing, Deke, is I feel like you're doubting yourself quite a bit. I feel like you're constantly, not constantly, but well, yeah. I mean, you have a lot of doubts. I feel like you're thinking things are not going to happen, thinking the worst, and I feel like that's what's holding you back is the constant thinking backwards. I feel like you need to start thinking more positively and kind of like what we were talking about earlier about manifesting into reality. I feel like once you start thinking more positive and believe that something is going to happen, believe that what you want is going to be in your possession, I feel like that's really going to turn things around because like I was taught even when I was taking remote viewing classes way back when. They said never look back because you're not going in that direction. Always look forward. And so I feel like everything you're looking for and wanting for is in the future. So think positively and manifest those into reality. Anything that's hovering over you, thoughts, doubts, worries, just drop them and move forward and believe it. Because even if it doesn't happen the first time, whatever it is you're wanting, keep thinking positively. Because just because one door doesn't open doesn't mean there's not another door in front of you ready to be opened.
Go ahead, Kelly. Looks like you got something.
Yeah, I keep seeing a contract, and there's property. There's a gift of property around you. You need to watch the right rear tire of your car, so look for to air it up or something. And also, you're going to get to take that vacation you've been delaying. So you're going to get to have some fun. Also, there's somebody's going to ask you to do something, you aren't going to be able to do it. So you're going to have to set up limitations and boundaries. All right, I'm done.
I think I need to stop, rewind Kelly's thing, cut a couple of segments of it, and just play it. Yeah, pretty much everything besides the tire. Yeah, I got the moon card and talks about the soul, the transition of vacationing, relaxation. And but the only thing I want to add to that is that I got pressure in my chest. So I didn't know if that was me. And when I asked my spirit guides if that was me, the pain went away. So can we get some confirmation on that? Is that what's going on there? Or just curious there. Go ahead, Mary.
Okay, Deke, the way that your cards fell, there's an overlying card that is for the stress card that fell. On top of that is the lymphatic. So this is going through all of your system throughout with the stress card. And so that was the overlying physical and emotional that is hitting everything. Now these are the ones that are trapped, that are inside that, and these are causes from this. And so from this, the first card on the bottom that fell was the abuse card. When I see that, when that's a first falling, this is something that's coming from the past. On top of that, that means that's trapped in the third eye chakra. So this is the third eye chakra it's affecting your mental plane and your mental thinking. On top of that, there is an addiction card. So the way that these are playing, because of this abuse from the past that has been affecting you mentally, the next card up from the addiction card was panic. When I see stuff like that and the addiction, it's almost like a subconscious addiction to chaos and drama. So it's like you automatically attract it. Even if you don't want it, it still keeps happening. On top of that, on the next one is your sacral chakra. And so the sacral chakra, again, is your intimate relationship. So this may have been caused by an ex, like a wife, a girlfriend, something of that nature that has caused a lot of this. So it's caused some problems in your intimate relationships. The next one that fell above that was an abandonment card. So you still have not fully processed this loss that you have had, the abandonment. During that abandonment phase, the one that's on top of that, there's a lot of resentment that is still held up. And again, these are all in your sacral and third eye chakras. On top of that was the urinary card for like the kidneys and bladder. And so all of this stuff has been stored. So you may have problems in those areas if it has physically manifested. On top of that, again, is mental clarity. So this is a huge overlier that it's your thoughts that are holding you and thinking back. The next one was the root chakra, and that's your base chakra. So you're overlying, and the very top card that fell on that was grief. And so because of all of these issues, there's a lot of trapped grief that is being held in there. So these are the things that you want to pray on, or if you're doing any type of spiritual healing, crystals, any of that type of manifestation, take it into light what I am telling you, what has been pulled, and pray on those to be released and to help forgive these people, and this is going to help you move forward.
All right, that's a really good one. May I get a spirit reading, please, for 2026? I'm a new subscriber. Well, welcome. And how do you say the name there?
That's Lena Ramirez. Looks like
Okay, welcome.
Ramirez.
Okay, sorry.
Hard to
I don't
say
have my
from-
glasses, but yeah, welcome. And you got great energy, by the way. And Tim, after her, you're next, and then we'll do Rachel. All right, the Beatles fan. So, all right, so I'll start. We'll go me, Kelly, Chris, Mary.
Okay.
All right, there. Let's see here. All right. So what's interesting is you got the 4 house. The 4th house card is I love. Hold on, she's moving. The 4th house card I love. And the reason why I love it, it talks about roots. It has vivid colors. Some things when it talks about roots is that we need to go back to our heritage and go back to our foundation. And I'm being told you need to meditate more. You need to relax more. It's interesting. It shows me that you're going through a transition this year. It looks like it's going to be a lot better than last year. It looks like you're working and needs to work on yourself more is what I just got told. Work on yourself more. But you need more time for yourself. Kelly, what do you have, hon?
Well, I hear the Frozen song, "Let It Go, Let It Go." And I also see you're gonna do like ancestry, and you're gonna dress graves.
Oh, back to your heritage, the roots.
Yeah, so that's what, and I also see him visiting the home country of his people. He's going to go across seas to Europe and visit and do the pathway of his family. He's also learning to move forward and not hold so tight to things because he keeps holding on to the past and it don't let him go forward. And it's a whole new cycle for you. So be open. Don't be closed-minded. Get out of your corral. Expansion.
Yeah, right.
There you go. I'm done.
Chris?
Well, his grandmother on his mom's side's with him.
Oh, wow.
All right. So what I'm seeing is, and that's great that your grandmother is with you because I think she helps guide you and protect you in a lot of ways, more than probably what you realize. And I feel like it's going to be a good year. I feel like it's going to be positive things coming to you this year, positive changes. I think things are going, new doors are going to open up for you, and I feel it's going to be overall just a great time. I feel like anything that you're thinking of, I think will probably come into fruition this year. And Mary?
Okay. All right. So on this one, the way it's falling, the cards are like this. And so the middle card that fell, it's kind of like in a line, is the hematology card. Again, when you have hematology, that can be the bloodline. So this is something that's carried over from a few generations ago. I keep getting at least 4 is what I'm keep hearing, the number 4. I also keep hearing you need to drink more water. That keeps coming out like very, very clearly. On this hematology line, there has been on the skeletal system is the bottom card. And on top of that was self-confidence. So this is something where your family lineage line has been carrying a huge burden. There's something that's hidden and it's caused a burden to the point where it's caused their problem, the thinking of self-confidence where it's low, and it's affected that, and it just keeps going on each generation. Off that, from the abandonment line on the hematology, the first card on the bottom, there was an abandonment card that fell. And so with that abandonment card on that, again, that's the third eye chakra. So again, this is in the mental thinking that it's been carrying over and affecting. There's also an addiction card that fell with that. And then the 4 that fell like all together on top of that is, again, with those cards, there is panic, grief, stress, and severe insecurity. And so this addiction, and it's almost like I almost get that there's another physical type of addiction or something that has been carried along, and it has to do with drinking. So I'm not sure if there's a lot of alcoholism or if that's something that in the past and it's trying to be broke. I keep feeling that it's a pulling situation. But because of whoever it was that had this or caused it, it's caused it to just keep going along generation to generation, and it just keeps building up with all this panic and stress and the insecurities.
Interesting. All right, next up, Tim. We'll do Rachel. Tim, I drew a card, and it's the first house. And what's interesting on the first house, it talks about the body. And when it talks about the body, the first thing is my mouth got dry, and then I got like a warm sensation on the front of my forehead. I don't know what that meant or what that means. I don't know if you're warm or hot. I have no idea, or if that's just me. But it's more likely you. But it's also talking about we need to take more self-care of what we put into our body. I don't know if that means eating healthier or anything like that. But we also need to do more relaxation and meditate. You meditate. Do you meditate? Because I hear wind chimes. Why do I hear wind chimes? Let me find my mouse. Tim, do you meditate? Hi. Hi.
I hear police sirens.
Yeah, we hear police sirens. Okay. All right. So whatever you're doing to meditate, the wind chimes are beautiful. And what's interesting is that I listen, and Mary can tell you, I listen to uh, uh, Indian flute music. Is very calming to me. And sometimes it has the wind chimes in the back. Why am I'm being told to tell you, Kelly? Why am I being told to tell him about Indians? I don't understand.
Because he has a whole group of Indians that follow him as guides. He has a whole tribe that travels with him now.
Oh,
And they look like they're Shoshone.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sound healing would be very beneficial.
Okay.
And he does need to go outside. He needs to go fishing at sunrise. And he'll get all kinds of input if he does that.
Okay. All right. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And now, Tim, does that make any sense to you? Because that's who it was supposed to be for. All right, Chris, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Indians. They're there to guide and protect, and I feel like sitting in nature and just being one with the sunrise. He's going to learn and hear and see a lot more. Knowledge is going to come to the peace to him sitting in peace and quiet. It'll come.
Tim says, I used to fish all the time. Yes, it makes sense. I miss fishing. Now I got to get my fishing poles. Yeah, Chris, I totally, it's weird because as you were talking, I hear a bell, and that's my validation too. So next up is Mary. She's getting her card situation. Chris, anything else you want to add to that, buddy?
I think he definitely needs to start going fishing again. I think he's going to find he loves it. He's also going to find that how peaceful and how much he's going to learn from it. You get to catch fish, eat it, and learn.
Right. Okay, Mary.
Okay, on their cards, the way it fell, it's kind of like a line, and then it's up here. So the overall emotion that's trapped right now is grief, and so the grief and it's this is all stemming in your third eye chakra and what's being trapped in that chakra. And so the next card that had fallen was the betrayal card, and so you have a lot of grief from this betrayal that has gotten at you to the point that it's in your third eye chakra, which is the mental plane and the thinking. And so the addiction card fell next, and then there's panic. So again, when we see this, this is one of those people that is addicted to the potential negative spiral, the chaotic thinking, the negative thinking when you have that. And so that's one of those things that you want to work on. And so again, the positive thinking and the manifesting. And so you're one of those that you want to manifest, you want to think positively, but you're struggling with getting the results or the blessings that most people desire. And the reason that is being held back is because of these trapped emotions and those thoughts. So once that you work on those, pray, get rid of those, I would definitely suggest doing what Kelly did and was saying, and think about that stuff and think about those and release, forgive yourself, because I keep getting a lot of self-forgiveness, and you will get through those.
Awesome. Good job. Hello there, Nilda. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Beatles. All right, Beatles. What's interesting is the Saturn card, Rachel's the first card that came out. And the Saturn card, when it comes to uh, numerology or astrology, is the truth. But it seems like you always speak the truth. But it seems like as well is the you have a lot of blessings. I don't know. It's like Kelly is so overpowering right now. Go ahead, Kelly.
What I'm just sitting here.
Kelly's like, and I'm like reading the cards, reading, trying to pick it over. And Kelly's like, it's all right, Kelly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to think so loud. I was just sitting here. There's movement forward. And when you do, you're very gifted. So it isn't a thinking thing. So don't overanalyze everything. And another thing, you're going to be given schooling when you're dreaming. So keep a dream log by your bed and write it down before you piddle, because otherwise you piddle everything away. And you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You aren't to the left, you aren't to the right, you're where you need to be. You always second guess. Just be. There.
That's correct. Now the Jupiter card talks about returning, and usually it talks about dreams. Now Kelly talks about her dream journal, and that's exactly the nail on the head on that. I would definitely write something down near the bed, a tablet, a pencil, paper, something, because we forget what we dream as soon as we wake up, run to the restroom, or come back. And what's interesting is that there's pieces of a puzzle that's coming to you in these dreams. I don't know if Kelly told you that, or did you mention that?
No, I didn't say the puzzle, but
Well, I
I
mean,
said
you're going to get information from the dream.
yeah, that they're going to teach them in the dream.
Okay, good. I didn't know because I was getting information. I was sitting there getting information. You're like, guys, Kelly is so wired tonight. Bless her heart. I love
I'll
her
put my
energy.
hands on my head and I'll be quiet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah,
You can't
100%
read
right
her.
on.
Wait a minute. Mary's turn.
Okay. She had quite a few fill out.
Yeah, she did.
She had a bunch. Okay. All right, so hang on just a second. I'm gonna try to go through these quickly.
I apologize for all the interruptions, guys. We thought we had everything on silent.
I'm sorry, guys. Just so you know, today is my birthday, and I have people calling, so I apologize if
Yeah.
my phone was going off. I thought it had
It
on
is a
silent.
good interruption.
It is, and it's amazing that it's my second birthday on the channel as part of the
Yes.
Bigfoot Outlaw. So it's gone by very quickly this past year. All right. So
Happy birthday.
thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now, Miss Rachel, you had an intimate relationships card that fell, and then it's stemming from the root base chakra, and then all of the issues are over here. So I'm just trying to give you a visual of how this fell. Okay. So the intimate relationships and your intimacy has been greatly affected in your ability to connect because there's some underlying issues. So over to the side, and this is all stemming from your root base chakra. So this is one that's going to be a very overriding when it's a root base. Those are ones that are a little bit harder to work out of the system. Doesn't mean, but it's taking over. So the root base chakra has the circulatory card, and underneath that is the emotion of grief. And so when I see this, there's a lot of grief that you're still holding on systematically throughout your whole body. So on the other pile, and these are all the trapped emotions that are in that and in that chakra, you have very high anxiety at times, and it can manifest. So the anxiety card fell out. The next card on top of that is the pancreas card. When I see the pancreas card, if it hasn't physically manifested, sometimes that can be blood sugar problems, that could be low blood sugar, high blood sugar, diabetes. Pancreas, if it hasn't manifested physically, that is the sweetness of life. And so you have a hard time accepting love and receiving and actually just having great enjoyment. It's like you'll start to enjoy it and then you pull yourself back, is what I feel. I kind of feel like this wave. It's like you want it. I'm happy. I'm going to pull back a little bit because it's making me uncomfortable. The next card that fell on top of that is the judgment card. And so you have a lot of issues and worry about other people's opinions, to the point that it has caused you some self-detriment. And so that judgment and that fear of judgment is a very overlying trapped emotion. The next card is your faith card. And so when I see a faith card, you're struggling not only in your progression and your spiritual, but your connections with others and divine. The next card that came across, which was across the line, there's a lot of stress, and it's like literally cutting through you on some of these stressful issues, and it's affecting a lot of the thoughts. The next one that came down is fear. And so when you feel like you're getting close to something or person connection, that's that jerk back because of that fear. The next card that fell on top of that is your trust. And so when I see it crossed like that, you've had some major, major blows on people that have not only betrayed you, but seriously broken your trust to cause you to have trust issues with your intimate relationships. Now, these all fell on the top. And so when I see this is like, if they haven't manifested physically, it could very well manifest physically, but I keep getting a feeling that this is something that's already manifested physically. Headaches. You get a lot of headaches. I'm getting the endocrine card. Your endocrine card, again, hormones, diabetes, blood sugar, stuff like that. I would be very, very cognizant of the fact that you had the pancreatic and the endocrine card come out, because a lot of times when I see that, that is indicative of a physical blood sugar problem. The next one is the spine. I see a lot of like in the shoulder area, and I feel, and it's like you feel like you don't feel enough on the receiving on love at times. And so it almost feels like it's a burdening you mentally, because you don't always feel that you feel love the way that you need to feel it. And then the top card on that is the brain card. And again, because of all of this has caused a lot of the thoughts, and you spiral. I get a lot of spiraling in those times. It doesn't mean that you're not happy and a pleasant person, but when this stuff acts up, that's what I'm seeing.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, from coast to coast, around the world. Happy birthday, Mary.
Thank you.
Everybody, we'll catch you on the next show. Be safe, be warm. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday.